The Consular General of the Nigerian Immigration Service, Mohammed Babandide, has said they intend to remove passport processing from the country's high commissions and embassies, as the service intends to establish facilities far away from the embassies that will be known as visa processing centers. Babandide said this was a global practice, especially in view of security challenges to carry out the process in embassies, as the same is already being done for visas, and they would be working with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to effect this. He made his revelations at a two-day public hearing on the alleged incessant malpractices associated with diplomatic postings and deliberate draining of resources in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs headquarters and at the missions organized by the House of Representatives Committee on Foreign Affairs.
We should give additional booklet. Yes, as at now, I know there are around 9,000 passport booklet waiting in London, not allocated to anybody. And we are trying to send more. I told you we have challenges of scarcity. I cannot guarantee you that I can give the 20,000 you want, but we'll do our best as fund available to get the money and buy more booklets and send. But as at now, I know that it's 9,000. But what we are going to do to solve problem of congestion, we are going to send officers with mobile enrollment unit, which is served like front office. They will capture additional people. Instead of them coming to the mission in 30, probably we can be able to take every day like 100. Some in Manchester and some in other locations as Minister of Foreign Affairs will approve. If we do that, we'll reduce the challenge. But I urge you to make sure people comply with the directive of the mission. If they say come in 10, in 5, come in that number.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, GEOFFREY, ONYEAMA, said they have been proactive in dealing with issues that concern Nigerians abroad.
Issues comes up as they come up. On the issue of administrative charges, these had actually been stopped for a number of years. But as you know, honorable members, the big challenges that all our missions are getting, you will approve budgets. The appropriation will not be, the missions will not receive what they're supposed to be received. They will not receive them on time, and we face huge challenges. So it was decided also that we might restore these administrative charges, and I think that that's where we have erred in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. These were rolled out maybe too soon and without sufficient consultation with immigration. We've already discussed about it at the CG, and we have resolved to have and work together and have one harmonized and composite fees, administrative fees for all our missions.
Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, said they had received petitions and pleadings from Nigerians at home and abroad alleging varying degrees of malpractice in the ministry's operations and its subordinate departments and agencies. He said there is hardly a country he had visited that there was no embarrassing stories in the mission.
And like they say, there's an old adage that you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So the ministry is the gateway to Nigeria as the world sees Nigeria. It will be the greatest tragedy if what it shows falls far short of the heights to which we aspire and yet hope to attain. The House of Representatives has received petitions and pleadings from Nigerians at home and abroad, alleging varying degrees of malpractice and malfeasance in the ministry's operations and its subordinate departments and agencies. These assertions are not conclusions. The House Committee on Foreign Affairs will exercise the House of Representatives' constitutional authority to conduct a thorough investigation and substantiate or refute these allegations.
Chairman of the Committee on Foreign Affairs, YUSUF, said they were out to ensure the ministry gets back to its glory days with the support of relevant stakeholders.
What we seek to achieve in this exercise is in tandem with the vision of the Buhari administration, as well as the legislative agenda of Speaker Gbajabiamila in the 9th House of Representatives, that there must be zero tolerance to corruption in all its facets. Your Excellencies, honorable colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with your cooperation and resolute steadfastness in the affairs of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, it is my firm conviction that we will certainly be able to reenact the glory days of this all-important ministry. As I have said in many public fora, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs remains the first mirror through which the entire world sees our nation. So whatever happens to it must be of concern to all of us.
The parliamentarian said the House Committee on Foreign Affairs will exercise the House of Representatives' constitutional authority to conduct a thorough investigation and substantiate these allegations, relying on the available evidence and the contributions of stakeholders. Annie T. Patrick, Court TV News, Abuja.